Governor, homelessness is getting worse in California and not better. You've established commissions and millions have been committed to the problem, and yet it gets worse. Where is it breaking down? What needs to be done that isn't being done? And given that many of those on the streets have been previously incarcerated and struggle with mental health and substance abuse challenges, are they now beyond our help?
But we also got 42,000 people off the streets last year. We did it through a novel program, first in the nation, called Project Room Key. It inspired a lot of local actions as well. It also inspired the administration, both the Trump administration through FEMA, but also the Biden administration, to provide more ongoing support. And it also created something called Project Home Key. Home Key allowed us to procure 6,000+ housing units in less than 6 months. I took the entire state of the state, seems like 10 years ago, it was last year, to the issue of looking at the issue of homelessness in all of its forms and manifestations, not just streets, but families, not just issues related to cost of living, but health, not just physical health, but mental health, and a real comprehensive strategy. I am just winding up. I'm really looking forward to the application implementation and a $1.1 billion budget on top of that to clean up the damn streets and to deal with these encampments. And I've been personally doing that.
Do you think you've been tough enough on crime? And secondly, do you favor reform-minded DAs like George Gascon in LA County or more traditional law and order prosecutors like Anne-Marie Schubert in Sacramento County?
I think we can move past all the BS in this space, have a real honest conversation, not politicize it like the entire news network is doing, gin folks up so they can win the 2022 election, which of course they'd be advantaged if they can recall the governor in California in 2021. Don't ever confuse me with the defund police movement. Hell, I was the first mayor in San Francisco history that actually met our statutory requirement of 1933 or 1973 police officers. Same time, I'm for reform, and I've made no bones about that. And I'm very proud of this state. As we've reformed the criminal justice system, we have seen a significant decline in gun violence and gun-related deaths. Not despite those policies, but because of them. It's not just about the law, it's about the culture and the attitudes and the permissiveness that sends, the message that sends. So we're going to fight hard against all those folks. Those are the folks behind the recall, by the way. Also, as I said, Tad, in a press conference last week, please take a look at it in my comments, to hold folks to account. I am not one of those people that think you can smash someone's window or knock over some grandma and somehow have a slap on the wrist. I don't buy that. At the same time, I'll take a backseat to nobody in my desire to deal with what the hell's wrong with you that you did that in the first place, and try to get under the hood and try to address that issue in a compassionate, thoughtful, and judicious way. But I believe in accountability as well. And so I'm not throwing up my hands, and I don't think most folks in the reform movement are either. And I totally reject that people can't do anything about retail theft. I mean, I didn't go to law school. I wasn't smart enough to go to law school. I couldn't pass the LSAT, but I can read the penal code sections, and forgive me, look them up. 666, Google it right now. Penal code section, forgive me if I'm off, but I think it's 459.5. Those are existing penal code sections. There's probably 4 or 5 others where you can charge people. And a lot of these damn DAs out there, Republican DAs, act like they can't do a damn thing because Prop 47. That's not true. Read the penal code sections. They're using many of them from some god-awful excuse. I think there's a little bit of, all I'm suggesting, I get they don't like 57, Governor Brown's reform. They don't like Prop 47, the states and the voters reform. Prop 36, the state and the voters reforms. But there's a lot more tools in the toolkit than some of these people are leading you to believe. And I think we have some responsibility, members of the press and those in positions like mine, to start raising that awareness as well, and to remind them of the tools they do have to hold people more accountable, not what they don't have, which seems to be the only thing they focus on.